It's hard being a girl in the Air Force, but Kim Stevens did it. Kim Stevens was in the Air Force for over 5 years from 1999 to 2008. She was born and raised in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, but after she got married and moved to Nevada, Iowa. Now Kim is happy with her family. Kim was a hard worker before the Air Force and an even harder worker now.
Kim was the first person in her family to serve in the military. Her younger brother, who was about 8 or 9, developed type 1 diabetes, and her mom was not okay with any of her kids being in the military, nor did she want any of her kids being in the military.
I was in 8th grade when I decided I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy. Um, but funny enough, my younger brother, who was 8 or 9 at the time, developed type 1 diabetes. And when that happened, my mom had said, I'm so glad that none of my kids will ever be in the military. And then it was just a few years after that I decided I wanted to join the Air Force.
When Kim started in the Air Force, her training was in Colorado at the Air Force Academy, and she worked in the Combined Air Operations Center. The Air Force Academy is a 4-year school, which is where you have to graduate in 4 years. Starting in the Air Force, she was expected to do the same stuff as boys. When you are a lower rank, you don't get called by your name until you're an upperclassman, which means you're just a cadet. She had many obstacles that were hard for her or that she didn't want to do. Kim was in basic trainings for at least 5 years and then was deployed. As time goes by, Kim ends her time being in the Air Force, and she was in the Air Force for 9 years, serving from 1999 to 2008.
Kim started off in 8th grade wanting to be an astronaut. She figured out that later her eyesight wasn't the greatest, but was very passionate about the Air Force. None of Kim's family had been in any kind of service, so she wanted to do good. First, Kim Stevens enlisted in the Air Force because she wanted a good education. Although her eyes weren't the best, she still got to fly an F-15 as a co-pilot. The only time Kim was able to fly the plane was when she was co-pilot, but she couldn't take off or land. Right now, Kim has a husband that is retired from the Air Force after 22 years. She has 3 kids, one in 5th grade, another in 1st, and youngest is in preschool. She learned that her limitations are as far as she makes them. Now Kim is setting a good example for her kids.
Do it. Anyone can do it as long as you want it hard enough. And I did. That's what I wanted to do. So.
This is the Air Force Training Ribbon, and it is awarded to the Air Force service members on completion of intel accession training. This is the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Ribbon, and it is given when you have served in designated areas like land area, airspace, or waters. This is the Longevity Service Award, and it is given when someone who completes 4 years of honorable active or reserved military service with any of the branches of the United States Armed Forces. The Air Force Expeditionary Service Ribbon is given to someone who is engaged in conducting and supporting combat operations in a designated combat zone. The Air Force Achievement Medal is rewarded for outstanding achievements or act of courage which Kim upheld.